Enjoy it. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let show. Just call on your brother when you need a hand, 'cause we gon' need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand, 'cause we gon' need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, before it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on your brother when you need a hand, 'cause we gon' need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand, 'cause we gon' need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, before it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. 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 Just call me.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Muzo showroom. We're so sad that you're not here today. Neocon, obviously, as everybody knows, is cancelled. But we want to give you a taste of Chicago anyway, a taste of what we're doing here at Muzo. Little introduction, I'm Darren, I'm the CEO of Muzo, and to my left we have Erica, who, well, she's our design guru. I think that's the easiest expression right now. All things design is Erica. So Erica and I are going to give you a little tour of the showroom to begin with. And then later today we've got some webinars, including a webinar on safe return to school, safe return to work. And we're also inviting a lot of our musician friends to come and perform for you in between all the furniture stuff. So we're going to kick off right now with a new exciting product, right? Modeled by the lovely Erica. So here we have R2. And R2, I guess, in Europe would be described as a poof, a real comfy seat. This is a poof with a difference. You've got this area underneath to store stuff, whether it be books or the work that you're doing at that moment in your day. It's a real nice seat. And the fun thing is you can scoot around on this thing, and it comes just as the seat with the storage, or a seat, storage, and tablet. So kind of fun, fun colors. And yeah, another multifunctional mobile piece from Muzo. You can use the R2 just about anywhere, really. Gets its name, of course, a little bit from the Star Wars connection. All right, so that's R2. Hope you guys like it. And what we're going to move towards right now is lips. So Erica, do you want to do the demo? They don't want to see me rocking on there. All right. So lips is a rocker. It's a fun seat. You can choose how you sit on it in various different ways. Has a function, it has a purpose, and the kind of important part about it is what is the rocking motion doing for you. So when you're rocking, you're kind of fidgeting, it's kind of therapeutic. It's a fantastic product for kids with attention disorders. And what we want to do is we want to look after all the kids in the schools, regardless of whether they have issues in terms of attention, etc. And the lips rocker really helps with kids who really need to fidget, move around, and the rocking motion calms them. All right, so how is the product produced? This particular one has this fantastic formed ply base, and it's a molded foam available in fabric or in a vinyl for easy clean down. And you've got this lovely little feature right here, which is the pull handle. So you can like pull your little lips rocker wherever you need to go, and you're good. All right. So lips and R2, new for what would have been Neocon, but it's now just Muzo, just coming out of lockdown. Okay. So we're going to give you a little tour of the showroom, and just moving around the showroom. This is our Bebop. It's another fun seat, and I'll demo this one. Kind of my favorite, I guess, because you can spin around like this and, you know, meet with your friends, hang out. And it's really good for your spine. So as you're sitting on the seat, you're actually flossing your spine, so getting some movement in your back. So sitting for long periods in a fixed seat is not healthy. The Bebop, as well as being fun, is also good for you. Okay. All right. Erica, do you want to show us the Mini Mobile, how it folds, maybe? So we're going to show you the Mini Mobile table right now. And Mini Mobile is a folding table, particularly cool for school and education environments, multifunctional spaces. The finishes that we have on in the showroom right now are for fun. They are color dry erase tabletops. All right. So you can see that the Mini Mobile folds easily. and then it kind of nests away. So you can change up your environment to anything it needs to be in the moment. All right. Thanks, Erica. Looking good. All right. Another new product that we have is the floor seat. So this is called the M-Bob. As you can see, it's nice and light, easy to move around, easy to wipe clean. It's fun. Means that people can sit together and communicate at the floor level. So particularly great for teaching kids, reading with kids at their level. And these nice and easily stacked together, and you can carry 2 or 3 around easily as well at the same time. So the M-Bob is part of a series of chairs. They actually start at the floor height, and then we have matching aesthetics going through all the different height ranges right up to stools. So if you like the style, there's a whole series around the M-Bob. M-Bob is sat next to the Versatilis floor table. This is at 15 inches high, and you can have a whole multitude of different shapes. And basically the fun thing is that you can sit and work, kneel, just get down and again do some interesting stuff, sat on the floor or sat on an M-Bob table. Again, you can have dry erase surfaces on here or any of the laminates that you require. All right. You'll see that both the products, the folding products and the fixed products, are the same caster technology. And when the caster engages, it's not just locking the wheels, but it's also locking the axis point. So it gives you immense stability. So if we look at this one, you brake from the top and you release from the top. Okay. When you engage the brake, you've locked the wheels in place. What you've also locked is the axis point, so that is totally fixed and stable. And for teachers or people running learning centres, it's so easy to use with that easy snap brake facility. You've also got 2 inches of levelling, so your tables can always be levelled off. And these casters work on any floor surface, and it means that you can use them as a standard throughout your building. Yeah, so that's the dual caster. It's under all the mobile products you're going to see. Okay, we'll move into our calm space. This is the calm space, right? Okay, in here, this is the box lounger. And you might hear there's a little bit of change of tone coming through the audio right now. Box lounger has this fantastic acoustic experience, and it's a great place to come and just to get some calm, some focus, work privately, but also be on view to your colleagues. The box lounger is also a real useful space for, again, dealing with issues where people are perhaps distracted by sound or upset by harsh sounds, so you can come in here and feel very calm. So great acoustic solution product. And right in front of us we have the Space Chicken. It's got to get the prize for the best name, right, in the furniture industry. This is a Space Chicken. It has the cup holder right here. The reason for the cup holder is if you look at lap tables, often underneath lap tables you'll see coffee stains on the carpet. So the idea of having the cup holder is that eliminates that particular problem. It's a compact laminate top. It has the bicycle clip type height adjustment. So I'm just going to show you how that works. It's real simple. Okay, so, and then when we want to adjust the height, we just push down and lock like so. All right. course gets its name from the funky chicken-shaped feet. Right, as we move around, we're going to show you some technology, and this is the Powerball. And Powerball features this swap-out cassette unit where we have USB and USB-C connections. Now, the USB-C is the new connection, and why it's so relevant is that all the manufacturers now of technology have switched their connecting leads to USB-C because that's the fastest charge connection you can get. In terms of the Powerball, it's obviously a stable, portable, visible power unit with the option of standard power or the USB fast charging or USB-C fast charging connections. And they come in 3 different heights, as you can see right there. There's also a desktop version of the Powerball. These are the LJ seats from the LJ range, and this is PET material. And the great thing with PET is it's very durable. It can do some fantastic things with the way you can mold the seats, so they're very comfortable, easy to maintain, and obviously great for the environment because PET is using recycled plastic bottles. All right, so we'll kind of move around a bit. This is the tall version of the kite table. I think most people are familiar now with the kite table. We've been producing kite tables for a considerable period of time. What makes it unique is with kite is that you can have kite tables at 29, 36 or 41 inch high. And again, this is a folding table. So if we bring kite out, just give it a spin around. And then I'll show you how the folding mechanism works again. Okay. So again, all the tables would nest into each other. So a tall folding table is kind of a new tool perhaps for people. Really popular in universities. Making space again, multifunctional. Okay. We have lots of color options on the legs. And it's kind of nice to accent the top with different edge colors. Here we've got the white with the wood look. All right. Okay, so Erica's going to put back the stool, which is the LJ stool. And again, recycled plastic bottles, PET material, a really nice, cool aesthetic on the frame. All right, follow me. Okay, this is the block bench, block table and bench, and I guess it's described by some of our customers as functional art. Block is available for indoor use or outdoor use. Whole range of different work surface type materials depending on whether it's indoor or outdoor. And the bench part can be either in a powder coated finish or in a matching wood finish. All right. As we sort of move around, the alternative to the block table is the edge, and the difference between the two is the overhang particularly, so you get a wheelchair user underneath the overhang there. So finishing off the outdoor ranges, all these can be used indoors, but particularly used outdoors. Erica's just got the brochure here, and she's sat now at the Mini Alfresco. Mini Alfresco comes in two size options. You've got the 3-seater version or a 6-seater version. It kind of looks great. It's easily, all these 3 outdoor ranges can be easily bolted down for security. Yeah, I love Mini Alfresco. It's one of my favorites. All right. So over here in the showroom we have Waltzer. We're going to talk more in the webinars about social distancing and getting back to work, getting back to school. One of the things we feel we benefit from here at Muzo is we have products that are easily adaptable, so you can make change. So this is the study corral or workstation version. You can see how easily we could change that around. So if sound is coming from that direction, we can always like point the Waltzer to diminish the sound problem. Okay, we can mix and match the Waltzer workstation with the Waltzer seat, or they can be used in isolation. But the great thing is, like I say, we can make changes real quick, and once the casters are locked down, again, it's the same caster technology, it becomes like a fixed piece of furniture. It's totally rigid. So the best of both worlds, I guess. All right. You can do some fun things with the fabrics, the materials, different colors, different ways of combining the materials and the fabrics. And they're also available in vinyls, white, clean materials. Okay. So, I think it's now time for Erica to make her debut in the giant donut. Probably the most fun thing we have in here. So, there's various ways you can sit in the donut. I think Erica's favorite is with a glass of wine. Mine too. So we're always popular at parties when we bring our donuts with us. So now she's showing another way you can sit, and you can have your laptop balanced on your knee or a book, etc. Or there's ways of like gathering people sitting on the edges and stuff. You can see the really cool zip. So this is using like a memory foam. So it's very durable, retains its shape. And it's just loads of fun. And you can wheel them around, and when we have parties and events, we do all sorts of crazy things with our donuts. We don't eat them though. All right. So puzzle. The idea obviously is that furniture can be fun, engaging. You can use furniture as part of the learning experience. So whether it be kids or even the adults, there's so many fun things you can do with products like Puzzle. We're using a white clean material, antibacterial, stain resistant, and again, it's very relevant in these times. So it's safe for kids to be handling, moving around, I think education should be about play and about experiences. So we really want to encourage schools to use these kind of tools so kids can learn through things that are in their surroundings, if that makes sense. All right. Moving over to here. This is our switch chair. You'll see this gorgeous frame. It's a high tension steel frame. It's got the flip seat, and then the cool thing here is the flexi back. So you can see how the back flexes. So when I'm sitting in the chair, I can twist and turn, and I'm feeling some great support as I'm sat here. So we find chairs that have a rigid back They stiffen you up throughout the day, so your concentration level is not as great as you would find in a switch chair. Switch has been particularly popular in higher education. Universities like Princeton and Texas A&M have them in multitudes and are great reference points for us with the seat. And then you can see that they all can nest into each other, and you've got them with or without arms. All right. We're going to go over to some storage over here right now. So this is a cubby unit. Muzo manufacture a whole range of storage solutions. This particular one we're storing our stash box, the Muzo stash box. And do we have one with the, do you have yours there, Erica? Could you grab us yours? So we set Erica up right now because we've just come back from lockdown. She's got a hand sanitizer in there. She's got her dry erase fluid for the dust stuff that she does. We use our walls for brainstorming sessions and ideas and things. So you can set up your stash box. You can see another one right here in various ways, depending on what you want at your desk point. And the idea is we no longer need pedestals, because pedestals, have drawers, and drawers usually contain bits and pieces that you don't necessarily need, and maybe germ traps. So by keeping storage personal, you know that that's your stuff and nobody else has handled it, and you can go around to any of the zones in our showroom and set your work up. All right. Right here on the top of the storage, we're just displaying that Muzo also produce our own dry erase paint. And right next to Erica over there, she's got a welcome sign right next to her desk. Yeah. So your walls can be really useful. Let your walls speak to your employees, speak to your audience, and also be an asset in terms of dry erase surfaces. All right, we're going to scoot right over here again. This is the Versatilis table, and this particular one is 41-inch high with a butcher block top. The great thing with the Versatilis tables is you can have them virtually any height, any shape, and any size. So when you're designing buildings, we've got you covered really in terms of mobile furniture, a whole multitude of sizes and options. And key piece for Versatilis is the corner connector. It's made from cast aluminium. This corner connector slots into an aluminium rail. It's pretty much indestructible. So we have a 20-year warranty on this table system. Okay. Lastly, we have another folding table here. This is another of from the Kite range. This is the full circle. And as you see how easy this works, this particular one has got a magnetic dry erase top, so it's transferring it from just a table to an easel almost instantly. And just to recap on how easy it is to assemble. It's as easy as this, and then turning the lock like that, and then repeat to fold. Okay. So I guess that's kind of a brief overview, as you say. We're going to have a Q&A session shortly. So please write down any questions you might have for us. We'd be delighted to collaborate with you. If you've got any of your own ideas for furniture for the future, please let us know. And yeah, let's get some live music now. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the showroom, and I hope you enjoyed the music that we kicked off with our friend Manny Torres. Thanks to Manny, awesome as usual. Our musicians are going through a hard time right now, so please look out for them, follow their shows online, and we're obviously very connected with music, and if anybody has got any questions about our connections with music, please feel free to ask us. Just want to real quick tell you about the next event that we're hosting, and we'll include more content and more webinars and some very special guests. So the next event is Monday, July the 6th, and at the same time at 10 a.m. So please join us if you're interested in the work we're doing. We will have further new products, believe it or not, by then, so that should be pretty exciting. So I guess right now is the chance for anybody to ask any questions before we move on to our next part of the event. So if you have any questions for us.
Okay, we have a question from Amy. Can the stash box be branded for schools?
Unfortunately, we can't brand the stash box unless it was very, very high quantities, but something perhaps we could think about.
Right.
Right now, I've got to say probably no. Any other questions?
Then we have another question from Robert. How do students play a role in your product development?
Well, that's something that we really pride ourselves on, that everybody plays a role in our product development. We definitely speak to kids, we speak to teachers, we get out into schools, and I think what we do best is a lot of observation, to be perfectly frank. So observing a house, how kids are working, reacting to their environment, and then coming up with new fresh ideas based on those kind of observations. One of the things that we do think about a lot is our own experience as children as well. For example, a lot of our team are from a very creative mindset, so we think about how we felt when we entered school, and some of us perhaps were disengaged because of very grey environments, and we think bringing colour and creativity is essential to create a balanced working environment or learning environment for all. So I guess the answer to the question in summary, yes, we talk to the kids, we talk to teachers, and we talk a lot ourselves about and combine all that kind of experience and data, and then we start to try and design some cool stuff.
Then we have one more from Russ. Do you have products that serve solutions to COVID-safe environments, which we will be getting more into soon?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that a little bit sort of further on in one of the next sessions. But we believe that we provide mobile products that can adapt to any kind of situation. So obviously our mobile furniture can be moved apart and easily sort of to get that 6 feet apart, social distancing or physical distancing really. But at the same time, we also believe that investment in furniture is really important, and money is not wasted on things that are just a knee-jerk reaction. So our furniture can then be reconfigured as we come back to some sense of positivity and normality into collaborative groups. But if you want to learn more about that, we've got a whole session on it coming up.
Is that all for questions for now, or get a couple more in?
If you have any more?
Okay.
Yeah.
From Zach. Where do you manufacture?
I guess the British accent might throw people off, even though I've lived here some time now. But we manufacture in Pennsylvania. We're very proud of our manufacturing facilities, and we're growing our manufacturing capability and creating new jobs. A common question we ask, I don't know why, is do you import from China? And just to be clear on that nothing that we sell or manufacture is imported from China, and that's us.
Alrighty.
All right, so I guess now we're going to take some music. Is that right, Wes? And I've just got to give a shout out to my buddy Gary Johnston, who's going to be performing for you now. Gary got together musicians from all over the US, from all over the UK, and it's called Lockdown. I think you're going to love it. Hey, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to the Muzo showroom. If you've just joined us, we've just had a tour of the showroom. We've had some great live music. If you're still with us, thanks for staying with us. I wanted to talk about a kind of really important subject right now. A few weeks ago, I was asked to join a board or a panel by a group of architect friends looking to help education environments regarding the safe return for our kids to school. So I spent a lot of time thinking about this, and then got together a team, and we exchanged our own thoughts and ideas about, well, first of all, about the word safe, I guess. So what does safe mean? Well, safe means to me and to my colleagues here, it means a feeling of stability. It means you're free from fear. It means you're free from anxiety. So I'm a little bit concerned when you look around to the industry at the moment and the adverts that are going out there, that the word safe is being associated with sneeze screens or plastic screens surrounding kids. So I guess I wrote this sentence down: sneeze screens, safe, question mark. Potentially a knee-jerk environmental disaster. So the environment means a lot to us at Muzo. We carefully select materials that we use for longevity, for durability, etc. So plastic screens and like having lots and lots of them suddenly come into the marketplace, I guess, was the reason I started to write this stuff I'm going to read out to you. So this is a blog, and we can send you a copy of it if you're interested at all. Please drop us an email or a message, and we'll send you a copy of this. So, as I say, over the past few weeks, I've seen adverts for acrylic screens everywhere. It seems that our industry has responded to COVID-19 with a message: if you wrap your tables, desks, and workstations with acrylic screens, we'll get our kids back to school and our workers back to work. Okay, question mark, I guess, really. Firstly, the way I see it, neither schools or businesses will see 100% return. The challenges start, as hit me this morning coming into the showroom, the minute you leave your home, with public transport severely limiting safe daily commutes. Upon arrival at your workplace or place of study, you then have to enter the building in an orderly fashion and at a safe distance, or immediately bottlenecks occur. So my experience this morning, and for you, Erica, we arrive at our building and only 2 people are allowed in the elevators, as an example. So a queue forms. It's not taking too long before that queue is kind of uncomfortable and a bottleneck. So, these rules that we're having to abide with are making entrance to buildings somewhat difficult. So if the building is a tower, elevator use restrictions in place. Building occupancy, we believe, could be as low as 25% of normal in order for the building to function, of people actually to get in and out of the building. Traffic throughout the building will also have to be limited to permit social distancing. And here's one that came out from our debates as a team. Also, please consider the issue of cross-infection during an emergency evacuation. So the alarm goes off, panic ensues. If the building's at full capacity, how heck do we get out safely? In short, all these points, we may need to reduce the short-term building, because of all these points, we need to reduce the short-term building occupancy by anything up to 75%. If this is the case, a staggered approach to seating positions is a logical, low-cost answer to a safer return to work or learning environment. So in other words, we need to reduce classroom sizes, we need to distance kids. We need to ensure that we haven't got too many people in the building for all this process to be unmanageable, etc. So at Muzo, we're encouraging our customers to educate on health and wellness, of course, educate on inclusiveness, and educate on the environment. We believe by putting information on walls through great graphic design, etc., we should send out positive messages about all the different subjects that are important to us as a human race right now. So use your walls, I guess, etc. We believe that neither children nor adults will want to work in a plastic hutch, in a plastic, almost like mini cell. They've been locked down for long periods in bedrooms, and already there is a thirst, certainly for my son, to engage with his friends and colleagues, of course in as safe way as possible, but certainly not surrounded by physical barriers. So psychologically, what message are we sending out when we put rows and rows of kids or rows and rows of adults surrounded by plastic screens? Going back to, how do you feel safe? Everybody can read and write these days, we hope, and the National Institute of Health, Princeton University and the University of California that confirm that COVID-19 can survive on plastic screens surfaces for up to 3 days. So now imagine also you've put all these screens around everybody, and you've now got the additional sanitization and cleaning challenge for your organization. And how does that work? So our approach is this, is to get, as we say, reduce the numbers. We also believe that we should be considering mental health and all the different things that can influence mental health in a negative way. We want to point out that sound can affect your mental health, your performance, etc. And that those screens, those hard surfaces, create reverberation problems. So Muzo has come from a background of music, and we know a fair amount about sound. We have recording studios. We know how sound can actually influence you in a very positive way or a real negative way, depending on the sound. And the reverberation of hard surfaces is usually a pretty poor situation to have to deal with. Okay, so our goal is to educate educators, educate the children, and provide solutions and products that make a difference and improve lives. For example, one of the things that we need to discuss, I guess, is how we help children with learning disorders or with autism coming into the return to school situation or any time. So if you do your research, 1 in 4 children has some form of autism, and these children need to feel safe, is a key word, safe and not imprisoned in any way. So having established, in our opinion, that plastic screens will not save the world, but potentially even create new problems, what should we do? So this is just some of our ideas here at Muzo, and please let us know your own thoughts, and give some feedback, write to us, or in the message board on YouTube. Let us know your thoughts. But here's some of our ideas. So first, we believe that you should adapt first, then plan, and then carefully consider your physical change. So no rash decisions. Rethink and repurpose your real estate. So, on tours of schools and tours of colleges and tours of corporate end user customers, we see spaces that could be used perhaps differently, repurposed. Example in the education world is sports halls, lunchrooms, outdoor spaces, etc. So we're just going to show a video that Erica put together, perhaps somehow, in our case, how Muzo product, the mini mobile table and the K-seat and the folding screens that we produce could repurpose a sports hall. So we'll play that and then come back to you with some of the other key points.
At Muzo, we are aware of the challenges we will face as we bring our students back to school. With the support of our versatile products, we have the ability to efficiently repurpose spaces and adapt to any necessary precautions. The mobility of our products allow ease of progression into phases of safe learning. Phase 1. Reduce classroom sizes, keeping 6 feet personal space. Phase 2. Small group work. Phase 3. Full collaboration. These products are designed to nest and stack, limiting unnecessary storage space. When repurposed spaces are no longer needed, these products will also accommodate the needs of a full-size classroom.
And we're back. So just a quick recap, we're just running through some key points and some of our ideas of how you should be thinking or working towards a safer return to school and to work. Point number 3 on our blog was that we should implement a clean desk work surface policy and remove all the clutter. In our opinion, germs, you can find them usually where things are not cleaned down easily for the cleaners, if it's difficult for the cleaners. So, think about that. Point 4 was really to focus on airflow. If you have stale air, if air is in any environment prior even to COVID-19 is not circulating well, it can lead to headaches, it can lead to health problems regardless of COVID-19. So perhaps airflow is something we should be looking at really carefully. Ensure, where you can, get your windows open, make sure your air conditioning system is well serviced and your airflow is working well. We touched on earlier in our belief that there's going to have to be a plan for a staggered return. And how do we, include advice to people on home working, remote learning, etc. Muzo, we believe we have some products that help with the sort of home working side. Easy, nice and light, easy to move around, fun for parents to engage with their kids at floor level. So for example, the M-Bob floor chair is one of those that so far people have thought is great for that side of things, the home working, remote learning. Please embrace the technology that's out there in order to obviously create great clean desks. We need to remove filing cabinets, unnecessary drawers and things like that. So cloud technology should be where you're storing your stuff now, not in the filing cabinet, not in a pedestal. And obviously everybody's now, as we are here, right here, is embracing technology from a point of view of learning anywhere. Educate, I think, is a key word for everybody right now, for every possible reason. So use your walls, use wall graphics, digital signage, update and communicate. So what messages are you sending out to your teachers, to your children, to the parents? Use your walls well. We use a system called visual magnetics within a frame. The product is called Pixel. And if you want to see some of the ideas, again, we can send you that information. Hand sanitizer, but not congregation. So be careful where you locate hand sanitizer dispensers and machines. In our case, we kind of feel that having personal hand sanitizer for each individual is another way to look at things. And that helps avoid congregation areas within a building. Consider all, be inclusive, involve the people, involve the children. Communicate, as we said before, and use only the dividers and the safer materials appropriately. Ensure we soften reverberation, so careful choice of materials, otherwise we're going to have those sound issues. I think the last point before we move on is reset. An opportunity right now to reset for a new world, to improve education entirely for all, and use this time now, not just as a knee-jerk, this next couple of months, but let's get a plan that's going to work for the next 30 years. Education is the solution to everything that's going on right now. So in summary, in the new world, we will consider the needs of all via inclusive design. Furniture will be mobile in the Muzo world anyway, in order to adapt to the needs of the moment. Upholstery, materials will be easy to clean and very carefully selected. We believe, as we're going to hold another webinar on this subject shortly, the pedestal is dead. No more hoarding clutter, no more germ drawers, as we call them. In this new world, we will work anywhere. The healthiest place, of course, is to work and study outside, engage with nature, understand the environment. And of course, right now, we've all noticed that less travel, the upside, if there is an upside to COVID, has been cleaner air, and that means even more reason to get outside. Make your storage personal, simple, and mobile in this new world. Education furniture has got to be future-proof, built to last 30 years, not 3 to 5. Okay? In this new world, we will learn through play, through experiences, via communication, via collaboration. In the new world, we'll protect our environment. We will recycle, and it will be fun, and it'll be rewarding to do so. By sending out those messages, those are the things that we can achieve. So lastly, do you have your own thoughts and ideas? Muzo seeks input from educators and facilities planners, architects and colleagues in our design community, from teachers, from kids. Please convey your ideas to us on what we can be doing as a company to create products and solutions that will improve our world. Anyway, that's my blog, and hope you found that interesting. We'd love to send it to you if you would like a copy. We're now going to do a Q&A session. If anybody has any questions on the blog or safe return to school.
We do have a new question from David. With school funding largely coming from tax revenue, how do you envision COVID impacting spending on educational furniture in the coming years?
In my opinion, furniture, unfortunately, is always almost kind of last on the list when you're putting buildings together. I think we've got to reprioritize, and maybe we might sound biased because we're a furniture company, but the environment, the environment people learn in is going to have such a huge effect on learning, clearly, as we've just run through. So there are various ways, perhaps, of looking at finance, spreading costs, perhaps lease purchase finance.
Right.
So furniture could be more of an upfront priority if budgets are tight. I think the key to finance, personally, is looking at the next 30 years and not the next 3 to 5, so that we are investing in our future. And
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes. What are good references for Muzo products in past projects?
Oh, great one, yeah. Well, Ellen was quite nice, wasn't she, when she featured us on the show? So And we were on the Ellen show for our work on a stimulating school library, so that was kind of fun. Yeah, our Muzo has references in 41 countries, and we have a school in New Zealand that was interesting, if it's an education question, where the mini mobile tables were part of a very interesting solution where there's a racial tension issue going on between Aboriginal, Indigenous people and the white people, and the kids were feeling some of that. And when the teacher came to school, which was failing, they used the tables to create these wonderful collaborative environments for people to work in. So that team ethic and bonding became crucial to solving some of those racial issues. And then the other reference, I guess, about that project is that the principal then, she had the teachers doing dance classes at lunchtime because they had short space, and they would fold the tables away and then would physically engage doing like a jive dance.
Awesome.
Anyway, improved the school, etc. And we have people we can put you in touch with. We have great references throughout the US, but also it's interesting to learn from other countries sometimes. I would say Melbourne University in Australia, which is a multiple award-winning education site, it would be a great one. We can share the video content, and also a great seminar with Ben Laurie, the architect for that project. And here in the US, lots of reference points that are interesting and stimulating. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I think now what we're going to do is we're going to have some more music, and I want to introduce another band, great friends of ours. They're from York in the UK, my home, as you may have guessed, and it's my pleasure to introduce the band. This House is Haunted.
Cheers.
So that was the band This House is Haunted. I hope you enjoyed it. Just to recap, we love music here. The name Muzo comes from a word that's associated with a creative musician in the UK. Somebody that jams with his friends, hangs out, collaborates, comes up with great, fresh, fun ideas. We're super proud of our musicians who are being very creative at this time, doing their own things online, and we're going to continue to support them. Muzo supports live music all over the world, and yeah, please support your local musicians right at this time, and also your local venues. A big shout out to the Metro here in Chicago, which has been it's been closed for some time now. We feel for our friends that run music venues, and there are lots of charitable events going on. Please look them up for your help your musicians and help your live music venues. All right. So we're just going to talk, not too long, but about personal storage, about storage in general. We just called it the death of the pedestal because my career started when I started in the furniture industry. I was in music and I came into this strange world of furniture. And as a sales guy, they asked me to do these things called pedestal or filing surveys. And I would walk around and I'd have to look inside people's drawers, which is kind of a fun but frightening experience sometimes. You never know what you might find in somebody's drawers or pedestal. The serious point about those filing surveys is that you would find an awful lot of garbage in pedestals or drawers. And you know, people's cookies and all sorts of things. And you think about that right now when we're trying to get back to work in a safe way and etc. You know, difficult for cleaners to clean the drawers and all that sort of thing. And in Europe, with the European side of our business, we've been, you know, very successful in providing agile working, mobile working solutions, and we see the alternative to the having personal storage. We have the stash box that we talked about earlier right here. And the idea is that I can take my stash box, I can set my workstation up right now and take the things that I need and then put them back away, and those are the things that I need, and I will take that back to a locker and nobody else will touch it. So maybe another angle for people to think about with COVID-19 is new ways of storing and just having the things you actually need. We talked about observation and kids earlier, and do we work with kids? Well, an awful lot of us have kids. We observe kids, we go out to schools, and you'll see, you know, a lot of clutter arriving, and, you know, with COVID-19, you know, if we can educate and help, getting kids more organized is a huge challenge. But if you give them some tools, kids are pretty smart. Make that an enjoyable process. Yeah, something like the stash box could be kind of cool. Of course, you could put your tablet in there and your cables and all sorts of things just to keep it nice and tidy, and put it away in a locker at the end of the day. Okay. The other item that we have here is the HB2. This has the option of a vinyl bib or cover. You've got the fabric one on here, but it's also in a white clean vinyl material. It's kind of fun. You've got these little pen pots here, so you could set your workstation up with your pens and bits and pieces in. And here is a little strap to hold a tablet. And the back has got loads of space in there for your papers or books and all sorts of stuff. So a lot of stuff that you can get inside there, and keeping it all together and just personal to you. So Yeah, I'm thinking about storage. Storage has got to develop and change. There's no excuse not to. Cloud technology enables this transition to a more efficient, smarter way of working, a more agile way of working. And we talked about some ideas earlier on in the sessions about you could work anywhere. You could work outside. Well, if you've got your bits and pieces, one of these little boxes, they're not heavy, they're easy to pick up. It's got an ergonomic handle, as you can see on both products. You could literally go anywhere and set up and work. Okay, so any questions from anybody?
We do have a couple from Russ. Is it possible to arrange private virtual tours for our clients?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to arrange Zoom sessions with you any point. One of the things that we've done here is obviously we have a broadcast facility, so we can tailor the sessions to suit your needs as well, bear in mind. And we can focus on product or on ideas. So yeah, absolutely, we would be delighted to arrange events personalized for you guys, for your clients.
All right, from Amy, what's your strongest market?
So I think Muzo as a company is pretty interesting in that we are involved in all market sectors and clearly strong in K-12 education, higher education. I think it's more than 1,000 universities around the world use our products in various degrees of scale. We are very privileged that we have products in countries all over the world for Google, so the tech start world or the corporate world. Lots of major banks using our training tables in multitudes of different ways. So we're not set on one market, but we believe that by being involved in all the different market sectors, it helps us, for example, it helps us, what I'm trying to say is helps us to be involved talking to Google and then taking what Google are doing to a school and translating that message and making it appropriate for education. Similarly, in the higher education world, we believe that we're helping universities to provide the environments that stimulate the workforce of tomorrow. So, and Erica, because you came from a university into this environment and you made that transition fairly easily because the ways of working were not dissimilar. So yeah, all sectors, and anybody that has an interest in mobile furniture, I guess, is a natural partner for Muzo.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I think that's it.
Well, I'm totally exhausted after talking non-stop now. I hope everybody found it all interesting. I've certainly enjoyed it, and please come back. Just to reiterate, on Monday, July the 6th, we're going to have some very special guests. Those will be publicised in the next week or so, but you will be very excited by the guests that we will have. And if in the meantime anybody wants a private session or to see our products or any information at all, hit our website or drop us an email, and we're here to serve, here to help. Before we go, we have got to finish with some music, of course. And a great friend of ours, again from my hometown in York in the UK. This guy's a fantastic singer-songwriter, but he's going to do a Beatles classic for you. The message is really important to us. Love is a key word right now. And so I'm just going to hand it over to the musicians. So Stuart Allen, over to you, Stuart, and thank you, everyone.
say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can't see that isn't shown. There's no way you could be that isn't where you're meant to be.